when you're pitching either VCs or banks or, going for funding, how do they communicate such a revolutionary new concept when, I'm sure you ran into, well, is it media that you're doing? Are you just building another bike? What are you doing? How do you communicate that when you're seeking funding?
Yeah. Well, so first of all, we were blessed as a team. We believe very strongly in divide and conquer. It's something we talk about a lot, and we've talked about from the beginning. We count 5 of us as co-founders who really brought this all together. Mm-hmm. We each have our own specialty, and each have tremendous trust for one another, and that in and of itself, I think, was what allowed us to move quickly in the early days. And I bring this up in the context of this question because John Foley, co-founder and CEO, he is remarkable when it comes to telling the Peloton story, and he lived and breathed his every day being out in the world telling the Peloton story, while I lived and breathed my everydays taking flights back to Taiwan, working on design and construction of the product itself. Graham Stanton, co-founder and marketing genius, spent his days crafting how we were going to have this cross-category marketing strategy with the underpinnings of of what we learned in digital, where you have access to all of this data, right? How do you go put up a billboard and a TV commercial and tie that back to real hard data the same way that we used to do in only digital? And he spent his days thinking about just that program. Yoni Fang, CTO, thinking about how do you engineer a system that can not only stream all of this video 15 times a day. We are a live broadcast facility that happens to have a fitness facility inside, right? How do you move all of that data? And we ended up getting tons of patents around just that space. And Hisao Kushi, who our general counsel, helping us tackle a whole number of things, right? So this divide and conquer methodology was I believe critical to the early days of Peloton. And being able to focus on telling that story is critical, in being able to adapt how you tell the story to different investor audiences, right? Now, to your point, this was very tricky, right? Because what we're pitching to folks 5.5 years ago was something that often didn't fit into their investment thesis, right?
Right. People look at it as kind of a mold. They're okay, so what category are you?
That's right.
And that challenge.
Right. And what they would say to us was, well, you don't fit any of these categories, right? You almost look like consumer tech because of who you guys are, and the way you're approaching this. But you have this physical product, and you're telling me that you think there's going to be a retail component, right? So how do we start to look at this business? And it was complicated for folks. We were lucky in the early days. We ended up raising, call it our first $5 million, from high net worth individuals, mostly here in the New York City area. Mm-hmm. Some of them who were part of VCs or managed funds and said, "Hey, my fund, my VC, we can't come in, but I can."
Wow. I mean, they were so impressed on a personal level. They say, you know what? The heck with the company side. They're getting stuck on this, but I get it.
I get it. I want one, and if you guys can produce one, I want it first. I want to help. I
want to help.
And so that was an interesting time.
Now, Tom, fitness is a flooded field, as we talked about. Back in the '80s, the Jane Fonda days, and today, of course, it's trending, which is great. What advice could you give really to any business to stay above the fray in any flooded field?
I return to similar themes all the time, and on this one, I return back to our customer and our unending quest to have a perfect customer experience, a perfect user experience, and to the extent that that's what we focus on every single day, and we ensure that our entire company is aligned around making sure that every member, customer, user, whatever the right term is for you and your business, making sure that you are working for them every day, that you wake up every day to make a better experience for them. I've got to believe that if that's in your blood, if that's in your business, then you will naturally stand out because that's what we're doing, right? Consumers are looking to put their dollars in places where they get some return, and with Peloton, we guarantee them a return on their investment. Not actually,
right?
No actual written guarantee, right. But we do have that guarantee on their investment, and we make good on it by every day waking up and trying to understand how can we improve that member experience for anyone who enters our system, who joins up with Peloton, who takes a bike home.
I have to ask you a personal question. How special does it feel that you're running a business, a major business, but you're also helping people, get healthier and live longer lives as a result?
I agree. Every time we get a story, folks will send us very personal stories about how Peloton has helped them, whether it's recovering emotionally or recovering physically from an illness or disease, or just feeling better every day, right? Just when you bring fitness into your life, when you bring wellness and healthy living into your life, you do end up feeling better. It is a great and fairly remarkable reward. And so to the extent that we can take, that I can personally take everything that I've learned in this world and everything that I've learned in my career, what we've done in consumer technology, and apply that to a consumer experience that truly does help folks. That makes me feel like I'm doing something worth it with what skills I've been given.
Now, this leads me to the next question, and it's something I ask frequently to guests because we have very high-profile guests here. How important is it that you would recommend for anyone in business that they are involved in something that they're deeply passionate about? Meaning, it's not just about the paycheck. How important is that?
It's probably pretty important. I mean, it's always been important for me. I can't imagine waking up every day and doing something that I don't love, that I don't feel passionately about. I will say that I understand that different people have different opportunities in life, and I am in a blessed place right now. And to the extent that some folks need to wake up and go clock into a job and clock out to make ends meet, that is something valiant in this world as well.
Now, Peloton is all about customization. People can choose which class, which instructor, when they want to do it. Let's take a businessman, a busy guy. How do you navigate? Let's just come straight. How do you navigate a crazy man's or woman's busy schedule?
Well, look, customization for me is a tricky word because I am deeply fearful of the paradox of choice, and it is a real thing. To the extent that we are an authority in fitness via our remarkable instructors, I believe that our consumers want us to be that authority. And when you get on your Peloton bike and you hop into a class with one of our instructors, Robin Arzone, one of our remarkable instructors. Robin is a ultra long distance runner. She does 50 and 100 mile marathons. She is as intense a human being as it gets. Right now, not every one of our instructors is like that, and that's the joy of the Peloton system. But for me, when I hop on in the morning and I know that I want to have my ass kicked morning, right? I jump on with Robin, and I know what I'm going to get, and it's clear and easy to understand. Similarly, I can get on with Jessica King, former dancer and athlete. She's all about pop music and being silly and having fun. And when I just want to wake up in the morning and just start my day just having fun, but still being able to get a workout, it's Jess King. So we give clear paths for the customer, for the member to opt into, without the confusion of this massively customized system where you can imagine sort of logging into this crazy dashboard and needing to select all these preferences. And I think ultimately sometimes people think they want all that, right? They think they want to be able to make all of these different choices. But at the end of the day, when you wake up in the morning and you've got 45 minutes to get out the door, and you're going to try and fit in a 30-minute workout, it better be damn easy for me to get from the bed onto that bike, into that workout, and out. And we focus on that.
I love the honor of interviewing C-level executives and sharing their great advice and perspective on Mind Your Business. I'd love to get your feedback. Post it in the comments below and subscribe. You'll never miss an edition of Mind Your Business.